Right, so hello and Action 4. Really what I'm doing is I'm testing the idea that I can have this audio file and then sync it up later using CapCut, because I've discovered that you can do that very easily, the separate audio. So it looks like where I was having problems with the X3 Insta360, and I was using it on Bluetooth, it's come to my attention that lip sync is out of sync, as it were, quite drastically, and there's nothing I can do about changing it, because you cannot if you have it on Bluetooth, then obviously there's no receiver. If you have it on Wi-Fi, which is obviously better connection, less latency. However, you don't have to worry about the receiver connected into the camera and all of this business and all of the cabling and having the adapter. And at the moment it's streamlined to just a power cable, and it's sat on the gimbal. So we're sat on a power bank, and the power bank is connected to the scooter, and I've done a new bracket. I've sort of I would say I've streamlined it slightly. It was very convoluted. I've had that for 2 trips, I think. Yeah, 2 trips, and of course it came out with having to have what they call them, cable ties. It's had to have like half a dozen cable ties to stop it from moving, because it was on a flexible arm, and the problem with those is that you cannot never do them up tight enough. They never go up, so you have to use a pair of pliers. Now, of course, that it's not something you can really carry around with you. So cable ties it was. I've also moved where the power bank is. I'll show you at the moment, but power bank, I've moved it from being on top to being below on the tiller bar, because it was getting in the way, and of course it was moving every time I sort of put the camera into the bracket would move. And of course the other main thing is it was obscuring the controls, so not a good idea. But where it is now, it's on the lower level, and of course it's got a bracket, expandable bracket that I can just clip it into very quickly. It also has another different cable, short cable, because the other cable was not long enough where it is now. I want to keep it short, but I have to have a longer cable. So hopefully that's good. I'm just worried about the angle of the Insta, because on the power bank it doesn't look parallel and straight. It just looks odd. It won't make any difference to the actual video, because the video is pointing me. It might be a bit lower though than the other one, slightly lower, but I do have probably 2 or 3 inches that I could lift it up slightly and put it in the bracket better. So if I need to, I can adjust the height of it. But it should be okay, because it's pointing at me. It also seems to be less intrusive, so less likely that people are going to stare at it and say, "Oh, you've got a camera." Because so far I've not had that. It's been quite good. 1 or 2 people have seen it. They say, "Oh, you got a camera." Yeah, but it's not like this one where I have to manually turn it round. Although from the last trip, I can't remember if I took it with me I think I did. I took it with me with April, but October, when I purchased it last year, the test footage I did some recording, and just with the basic camera audio and video. Bloody marvellous. I'm actually very, very impressed. Right, so we're in the airport, we're all checked in. Gate number 3. There you go, and you can see. Right, that's a new airport. There's no plane yet. No plane. It does remind me of the GoPro 4 that I had originally, because that was the same. That was like, it gave me footage, good audio and good video at the time. Obviously, clearly not good now, because it was only like very basic 1080, but this is 4K. And very, very impressed so far with the Action 4. I mean, I won't be buying the Action 5 because, well, I don't need to, because I'm more than happy with this one. I mean, they would have to actually do something really drastic to make it worthwhile. I think my next purchase will be a different 360 camera. I'm not going to buy the X4 because I'm not convinced about 8K being suitable because of the overheating problem that the Insta has. If you're on long-term recording and you have it on 8K, likelihood is that it will overheat. And of course, if I'm in Thailand, pretty much guaranteed it's going to overheat. I mean, I never had any trouble with the X3 overheating, except for the other day when I was, where was I? I was going on the train to Poole. And of course, it was a really hot day. And towards the homeward journey, it sort of stopped recording. And I thought, oh, what's that then? And of course, it had a message on there saying that it overheated. So it did that twice. I did lose some footage on that leg, but I got the end of it. And of course, that was a bit of a pain in the bum. Anyway, so let's have a look at the scooter. Turn that round. Oh, so the screen's gone off. I've set the screen to go. Of course, this overhead gimbal, the bracket on it is so huge that you can't really access the screen on the back. It covers up probably about 25% or 20% of it is covered. So it makes it very difficult to change and of course it's a real pig to get in and out, even though it's got a quick release bracket on the gimbal. The actual gimbal itself is the latest version of it. Well, because I haven't actually bought one for a long time. Well, I haven't needed it because obviously I've got the Insta. But anyway, so we'll do some. Oh dear, get up. Try and walk over here. So we can see that we've got this this single bar and quick release, and this is one of those super clamp things. There's a big super clamp onto the scooter, and then a smaller one. That one is for the power bank. So you can see the power bank here, power bank clamp thing, and then like a super clamp thing behind it. My only concern is the screws on that is very, very loose, and I've done my best to tighten it up, but I can see that will come loose. And of course this clamp, I've done it with a pair of pliers to make sure it's really tight. And then of course you've got the cable, power bank cable, and that goes into the power bank there, and of course the Insta. Now if we have this level, so it's the wheels are straight, I don't know if you can see that, but it does look like it's slightly turned, and I'm not sure why that is, because it's never been turned, unless of course my other bracket that I took off was compensating for this, the angle of it. Now what I could do is obviously undo that and then turn the actual power bank gimbal, turn it slightly. And the beauty of having this power bank thing is you have constant power. So the power bank powers the power bank, which powers the camera. And this very short cable on the side here, which I'll try and get in there. The side, it's 10 centimeters long, and of course this is a Insta quick release device. Don't know what you would call it. So I can actually remove the camera from the power bank. I mean, the idea was that I would have another one of these and put it onto another another device, such as maybe a handle or one of those pole things, so I can do a quick release and then put it onto another device and then have it come back. But I haven't really bothered with that. So that is exactly why I don't like doing action cameras anymore, because you have to turn it around and adjust it and then place it down, and then it just takes time. Whereas this one you can just record and then do it afterwards and reframe. But yeah, I think I've covered everything on that, on the scooter. It obviously has now made it slightly more reliable. There's very little that can go wrong with that. There is a safety strap on the camera, on the actual base of it, on the power bank, and that connects onto the bracket, onto the power bank bracket, which is small rig, so a good make. Very expensive make. I mean, I must say that most of this stuff is really, really expensive. I mean, you're talking about 20 quid for a small clamp. Even the Insta quick release bar is like 15 quid. So that's a lot. I mean, it just, and the small rig quick release one, if you have both base and the item that you put onto your camera, then the whole set is 30 quid. And if you buy just the top bit, the thing that you screw onto your camera, that's like 12 quid. But you cannot buy the base separately. You have to buy the whole kit. And of course I've got another one, another set, another base. However, in my infinite wisdom, I super glued it because it kept on moving around, and I should not have really done that, but I've got to find a way of sort of detaching it from the the flexible arm thing, because it's on there. I would like to reuse it if I can. Of course, I can always use the arm, reuse that, put that on something else, but at the moment I've got no need for it. I'm quite happy with this arrangement. So what I'm going to be able to do is to go out and test it now and see what happens. Yeah.